Testing. I think everything should be ready. I just need a ping, and then we can begin. Quite the early turn up, I guess. Well. Yeah, there's a warthog as well. That's why the ping contains with a twist. Why not? Anyway, we can now begin with this one. As per usual, the frog attacks. Let's see here. First of all, those things there. Nothing special, that's just Rita. Been working on a few things here and there, but okay, you're not. Magna it is. Magna it is! We'll start with Magna. Okay, what did anyway do now, Deviant? Ah yes, one of the loading screens that have been modded to be changed to this. Be aware, we have another one that has joined that. We do in fact have another one. Nope. You dashed. No blow. I'm gonna have to dodge their attack with the Zeke's Vengeance just because, but, you know what? This should be fine. Balance combo. Wait. Well, that happened. Okay, noble blow. No. Yeah, okay. That's what I get for blocking in his face. Come on, breaker. Too early. Oh, rather too late. That's a block. Okay, that's worthless. In the middle of a dash. Okay. Can't get out of this one. How much did you recover? You don't have the energy! Plus, I don't think he hit me in the end either. I don't think he even managed to hit me yet. Which is very stupid. That was sad. Okay, if you're on a separate device and it's doing that, where the stream is still fine, but not the game, and it's on the same device, I have no clue what's going on there then. If one phone is connecting but the other one isn't, you might want to check your other phone's connection. Ah, yes. Too bad we can't have a solar fight right now. Nope. Up you go. Recover one. And perfect. We got the other Magna combo. Blast them. There you go. A nice little painful thing. You've been dodged. Always be afraid of Magna that a Magna that does that to Heckle. Always be afraid. Target practice. Magna Storm, blast them. Yeah, that just happened to Geki. Because I'm not doing that, Geki. It's not happening. Not for now. All you have to be afraid of is what happened with that Zika's Vengeance against your Dark Orbit.
2, 1, go!
Made you feel a lot of terror, didn't it? Ah, come on. Okay, seriously. And you dashed. Target practice. He did cancel, but still don't have anything there. That's on me. Yeah, don't worry, you'll get in eventually. He's just currently just a bit slower right now, Gage. See if I can get away with blocking something. He dashed, and he pokes. He continues. And we'll launch even higher. So this means I should be able to take advantage of whatever he doesn't have. Up we go. There's a strike. So I need to get rid of this. Okay, that's kind of on you. But I delayed that one a little too much, so I lost damage. You can't punch me!
KO.
Because that has to happen. We'll do one more fight and then we'll send out the memberships. Ah, there's a Tanya. Okay.
2, 1,
Well,
go!
found a combo. Ah, okay, no. It didn't work. You cancel. Okay. That's a block. I can launch you even higher. Because there's another Solar Ranger. This is the only weird part about it. No. No doing that. I'm gonna see about just using Zika's Vengeance and see what you do. Twice in a row. Okay. I'll get bumped. Come on. Looking for a sweep. He went with the strike. Oh, come on. Okay, I think he's finally out of strikes, though. So this one's gonna hurt. We're gonna launch. Noble blow. It's not gonna be enough damage yet. I should have backdashed. I should have spaced him. And again. Okay. We did not need to see that crit. And fine. I'm not on the ground yet. We didn't need to see a crit like that. Okay. Well, that said. There's no way for... I still don't know what's wrong with Streamlabs, so there's no way for me to do that. But I can... For reboots, thank you for the... full Canadian super thanks, but it's still not an option for Streamlabs to play an alert. So... That's stupid. I'll really do some membership gifting. B1, we're about to be spammed by for a while. Is he a chill guy though? It's a Leo, but it fits because it's Leo versus Magna. Well, this is fine. The alert's playing. Okay, game. How is that still a dash? How is that still a dash? Okay. Yeah. I'd really like to know why that's still a dash. I pressed it twice against his block, but apparently not good enough. Yeah, I think that's okay, how is it not? Two more. Two more. Okay. Apparently there's still another after that. 3. Yeah, that didn't help you. Up you go. Noble blow. And Magna Storm. Okay, I think that's the last alert. That's from Geki. That should supposedly be the last one. If it isn't, it's very concerning. And a Valiant combo, we'll see Roxy. Because why not? They have a dedicated strike slot, so there's no easy way to actually hit them. No, there's a block in their primary slots. No, they don't even feel like using it, that's why. Yep. Okay. So, Roxy? Yeah. No. This wasn't Catherine. That really wasn't Catherine. There. We got through the alerts. This will happen every month. And there goes the loading screen. Okay, we got another one. This time from Reboot sending someone else gifted. And Super Fred got it. A name I do not recognize. It's a Fred. Nope. Another Valiant combo. Okay, YouTube, are you Okay, so Streamlabs is unable to register when someone else apparently gifts membership, which is stupid. Where's the notification? Yeah, that's on me. I only need to delay for 1 energy. I can recover energy in the middle of it. Okay. Well, Magna Storm. Ribbit. Yeah, that's gotta be a block on purpose, so I can just stop their attack, and then we have to dodge the kick that doesn't exist. Okay, why'd you raise a second backdash? Well, noble blow. And no. Okay. And that's the... Okay, no rotation. Streamlabs, what are you on? It doesn't want to register his things. It's no different from me gifting the things. What is wrong with this thing? It's actually just being stupid. YouTube subscribers, memberships, okay? It's supposed to play. But apparently gifteds don't work. That is stupid. But at the same time, it apparently did. It's not even appearing on the feed here. Geki's thing did appear. But the ones I just sent out, the gifted ones, don't appear here in the mini feed.
Welcome to the world.
They don't appear. Divyansh, that's the problem though, it doesn't matter. They're still watching, they just don't speak.
3, 2, 1.
Reboot already just gifted 2, but the fact that it doesn't want to send the alert is stupid. As I said, it doesn't even show mine in the mini feed. And those don't exactly count, but apparently... I don't know what's wrong with it. Target practice. Yeah, apparently that was the case. Yeah, but get rid of this. Nope. But only some of it got dodged. You're getting a launch. Zika's Vengeance. I struck it down. And I'm gonna have to recover to 6, and then there. You have to kick me. Not the greatest option. Up you go. I'm gonna recover to 5, backdash, and launch. No. They were ready with a forward dash. Okay. Can't do anything there. You gonna see a strike? Okay, fine. He's enemy flying. Again. You're in range. Up you go. Recover 2. Noble blow. Magna Storm. Still can't leave myself with an advantage there. Nope. You still can't hit me either! I didn't rotate again. The region does not matter. You might lag, but the regions don't matter. Just be quick enough to enter the code. If enough people are complaining or mentioning that they're not getting a match, please be aware. We'll put the rule up that's 1 match per person. Anyway, who's... Finally! But it didn't... Did it actually send the thing of a GIF? Because it still doesn't show up in the mini feed, but that one actually sent a notification to me. But not on the mini feed, but it actually sent that thing. Mighty Morphin Jason. Here we go. We need a better assist to help him. Otherwise I can't poke. This'll be funny. And Dom. I really do need to update the membership emojis. I do have some stuff lying around that I added to the Discord as stickers, so I can actually add those as membership emojis. So yeah. Especially the Rita one. That one might be a good one to turn into an emoji. Because why not? T-Rex takedown. Dynamorpho Blast. I should have went the other order, but Kala didn't get up. Nope. Block it. Elizabeth? No. Do not make jokes about that. Alright. Rising Power Slash. And T-Rex takedown. And they're on the ground. Okay. I was a bit too slow. So recover. And we're just gonna dodge. I'm gonna keep you out of my corner. Yeah, I'm just kind of space you, Khaled. Poke. Yeah, that can't even land at the same time. Go to your corner. Away with you. Okay, we have to just poke them. Okay. Your game, very bad luck. Wait 5 matches until it's found. If we have enough complaints in chat, I will put the rule on. For now, I'm just gonna ask those that are waiting 5 matches, please, please slow down your typing. If you have a match, at least. If you have gotten a match, please slow down. You may use any character except the theme battle characters and Aeon Assist. Aeon Assist is the only properly banned character on the stream. And it's just because he's a rule breaker. The leader is fine. Be away, you're allowed to use the leader. Not the assist. Oh no. T-Rex takedown! That worked. You've been dodged. And we're back away. Poke. Wow. Excuse you, why are you getting interrupted like this? Up you go! And we're back away. Well, I still get hit there. Okay, you got a crit. Karate kick. Okay. We don't have a regular block. There we go. Yeah, that wasn't the easy way to get it through that one. I had to stay out of range. You know the worst part about it is that has had a very easy countermeasure. Just stay in the corner. You dodge the strike, and the breaker doesn't hit you. And then you engage. You wanna know the worst part about it? If Snide Strike still at range, there would be a threat. That thing had no threat. I just made a stupid mistake there. Give Snide back his range, because that was stupid. The fact that that's the only way for that exact scenario to happen is by me running towards them and trying to block a breaker with the strike there. I could have just stayed in my corner. That's the worst part about it. Give Exploding Sword back his range. Seriously, it's stupid. Stupid that's still slow and the rest of his kit still sucks. But that's literally the only scenario that thing actually would have even worked. Where I'm outright just made it that horrendous looking. Perfectly timed. Oh no. Spark's been added as well. No, it was right there. It's right at the end of the list. Yeah, I'm gonna have to... Yep, I tried to run. I tried to do a run-in. Venomorph Blast! I'm in the middle of a dash. We'll do this again. I have to time it right, and then I can get 2 kicks. It's gonna be... Breaker. Karate kick. Block it. Karate kick again. And triple kick. Really? I use it like you're supposed to try and land the 1 kick, and apparently it doesn't want to work. So, anyway, outright broke the thing. No! Mira, it was not gonna kill. Air hit reaction non-existent, apparently, or Robo Knight's hurt box is just that small. How could you not? You have to have lag. Yeah, no. This is quite an unfair fight. Yeah, and away, and strike. Okay, so he didn't reset his EP, in fact he ended it perfectly. Karate kick! Nope, block. And no rotation. Okay, so... Breaker now? Rising Power Slash! You're gonna have to use the Dynamorph Blast, but in a very specific way. Fire them! Move back away. Flag. Rude. Could have dodged that 1 kick. Could have dodged it. Happy go. And let's see if I can just... No. Okay. Here's the block. Let me get to the memberships tab. Let me see if I can add some new emojis. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Okay. Nope. Still not a 50-50. Still concerning. Up you go. And I'm gonna expect a breaker. No. I'm firing this one. It'll work sometimes. I'm just gonna stand here. Keep you out of my corner. If anything, that's the only way I have to do some stuff. Poked. Fly towards them. Nope. Okay, so strike and block. That's what they have. There it is. Still can't cancel the T-Rex takedown. Just remember that. Still can't cancel it. Didn't rotate. Yep, there's a strike. So now you have 2 breakers. Apparently not. No breakers. Poke. Poke. He's gonna try and jump off of me, isn't he? Nope. Okay, well, go to your corner. We're probably gonna have to try and... so strike more often than breakers. Fine. There goes rotation, and Thomas normally has problems with theme battles. Clearly, that's what helped him. Well, back. Up you go. We're gonna recover, and up you go again. Dynamorph Blast. Fire them. There we poke, and break. Jackie, what are you on? Vengex is fine. I don't know what you're doing. Well, nope. Let's see here. Triple kick. We got all the hits. Well, my problem is that stupid Rocky assist. Wow. God, Rocky again. Oh no! It wasn't a true combo. Look at that. Roundabout slash. And now I have to dodge the Rocky assist again. Can't. Didn't back that. Okay. Dom, I'm gonna have to actually do the slice. And no. Wasn't standing yet.
KO, you lose.
Well, there that goes. Maximum size is that? Okay. Can you shrink the things for me, if you don't mind, YouTube?
3, 2, 1, go!
Well, lucky up. Now, okay, fine. Rude! Rude! Yeah, no. Still no range. Oh, there's the block. We all know he has a Big Bang Slash. We all know that. Here we go. And we're going to see about... Yep, there it is. Not happening. There's your block. You can kick. It's very much a lot of leeway for him to work with. Not going to do anything there. Nope. You reset my EP because I have so much recovery. I couldn't even dodge the projectile. That's on you. That's just on you.
KO, you lose.
Try to remember the damage. That was on you, Lewis. Huh? Hey, Thomas, I think we got something. We got something good.
1, go!
Alright, this is the last match for Jason. Ah, but hold on. No, Thomas can't use it. Thomas can't use it! This is sad now. Ah. This is actually a bit sad. Well. That is gonna hurt. I didn't fully focus on the match because I need to actually just add the things. Block it. No. Ah, okay. Well, into the here we go. Zapped by lightning. And yeah. No lightning effect. Notice how little... Sad.
Three, 2, 1, go!
Well, slice them. And we poked him again. Now, come on. I even queued the block up. It just was a little too slow. Rude. Rude. Now the block. Cancel an accident. Now the block. How much more of a defense do you need? And I can't even interrupt him. Well. Yeah, I really need to stop playing Jason now. He's had enough time. Okay. Do we have any more ones? Okay, good. We have this one as well. Okay, so that's the max amount I can have. Sad. Okay, I think a refresh on the page from reboots should allow him to see some new emojis. Well, rise about slash. And we're back away. Fire them! Both. No. Started kick. And we're back away. There. There's the problem, Thomas. Notice the problem. You can't use it. It's sad. I made these a while ago for the Discord. Ah, you got caught. You summoned Golzio. Off we go. I'm aware. There's the Heckle Shrug. What do you want, Geki? It's right there. Fire them! I may have delayed it too much. Yeah, that's on me. That's on me. Wait. Well, karate kick. Slice them! Nah. Okay. Yeah, I have to get... I guess that's probably why I'm not doing anything, because I'm gonna have to play Casey. Currently, it's a 5-match wait rule after you get your code, but yeah. I think I can enable it because people are complaining, so please follow the rules, people, for now, because there are more than just you here. Wait until everyone gets 1 match. When the code has been up for a minute, then anyone that has waited 5 matches at least may enter. Okay? Anyway, here's Casey. Good luck to those that would like to suffer. It is Casey. I'll try to play a bit stupid. Okay, how to play even dumber. How to play even dumber. Chikawa, I don't know if this is a good idea. I know you're doing this on purpose, but it was not a good idea to do this against Casey. Especially with what you can do. Three. There's the loading screen again. Bring up some characters that can actually fight. Man, this is fine. Nope. No! Double jump! And now you're burning. How about another one? So tell me, do you want to burn again? How on fire do you need to be before it'll finally stop? How much more suffering do you need before it'll finally stop? Yep. And guess what? Reminder, Thomas, It may not be a traveling projectile, but it's still a projectile. Remember that. He has no recovery. And his attack animations last forever. Which is why it feels like Casey can recover a ton of energy right after his strike, even without the super. Yep. His ult got a membership. His main, I don't think, got anything. Yeah, it looks like our opponent failed to connect. Sad. So, why is it telling me to wait a little longer than that? Oh, no. Of course it was Lewis again! And then you disconnected on purpose. Ah, reminder, it's the one match per person. Lewis was supposed to not connect in the first place. You probably should have waited until we were in the match, because it kind of made the thing load forever. Ah yes, he's on fire. I'm gonna glide. Whee! Gonna glide through the air in slow motion. That's not how it works, Ishikawa. But then again, we tend to end up doing auto off when that happens. But I isn't really suffering. Did you even wait 5 matches? 3, and we recover. You're still on fire. You're on fire again. This time you're getting launched. And we back away. Shark sabers. Exactly, which is why they're suffering now. How much energy do you have? Is it enough? Yeah, I didn't rotate. Yeah, we're both jumping. Come on, Dodo. Dodo. And yeet! And sweep. Please wait 5 matches at least. But then you have to wait an entire minute when the code is up. There are those that have not gotten the code at all. Please do not take the code another time. There. There goes the loading screen. Well, that's a block choice. Nah, there, okay. On me. Breaker! No. You're launching in. 8. Ah, yes, another one. Yep. Now you can be on fire instead. How does that sound? What does you being on fire instead sound, huh? I'm blocking that. You can be on fire once more. Shark sabers. And we're gonna freeze time again. Be warned, you actually can't engage because I'm gonna have the energy by the time you fly. Okay, now I don't. Now I don't. 8. Super. I have to hit him first. Somehow. Ah, there's a block. Yeah, you got caught. Wow. It dropped. It dropped. It was perfectly out of range. That was sad. Both sides are stupid. Both sides consisted of stupidity. Because Casey. We don't need mirror matches, unless you're really, all of you are just trying to follow Geki's thing, but you gotta, it's not that easy to get the thing you want. Dog! Slice them! And burn them! Well then, I'm just gonna back away. Nope. Sorry. Yeet! What if I just... Come on. Go to your corner. Nah. Okay. Well, I'm in the middle of a backdash, but that's basically further point blank. Black Dragon's attack would be dodged there. Just be aware. Well, you're gonna get sent flying. Sorry. Yeet! Shark Sabers. Yeah, traveling projectiles. Just remember that. I think we're done with Casey. We played plenty of matches with Jason, but that's just because he's different. Casey is the same thing over and over and over and over. Dodo Tommy, was it? That is not, Devianch, that is a bug related to being interrupted. Just, it's very easy to, do that again by just getting interrupted as well. Someone just interrupts you in the middle of your strike. When it gives you the state, you can do the freeze to yourself. It's just because it can't register the button. And also, no, Geki has not been fixed. Simply put, just interrupt them perfectly. That is a team. I mean, this is not the greatest idea for you to enter with such a team right now. If you were here early, you would have been fighting Mighty Morphin Jason. Right now, this is not the greatest situation to be in. Turbo speed. Nope. I'm just gonna have to back away. Yeah, there he goes. He's gonna spin. No, but there's your block. Good. At least he managed to rotate into the combo starter. So I wasn't able to interrupt him. But I'm blocking that. If you want though, I have a very powerful dash, so you actually can't even catch me with your Iron Strike. But yeah, this attacker over here is getting block spam. I can tell you that much. Anyway, got a combo. No. Good. I don't have energy yet. Now I do. I dodged. Oh. Sweet. B1. Ah. That missed. Why are the kicks missed? Ah. Okay. Well, double lightning sword. There's a block, and... Well then. 3 in a row. Good job. I really played that one on stupid on purpose. Only way we could have had that semi-fair. No. Reminder that landing a single hit with Dodo Tommy is all you need, and then you're just gonna break it with 3 hits. A 3-card combo. Doing that there, no canceling on my middle slot. Yeah. You basically need to actually, you can still throw off the opponent if you do things right. In this one's case, it was a bit of a block spam for them, alongside the fact that I did not do any canceling. So that's the difference. There was a lot of things. Sakura Red is one of the worst characters in the game. Nope. Yeah. I have to poke them. And then blast them. And block them. Yeah, that just happened. Ah, okay, that's something. I canceled even. Yeah, let's continue. It's not gonna be cancelled this time. Can't even backdash there. Crit not needed. Could have played that better, but that one was on me. Alright, Psycho Red is horrendous. Reminder, if you're gonna call a character your favorite, Ishikawa. Reminder, he's very linear. You can react to his primary strike, his middle slot strike that slashes, is point blank, and can be time dodge. Storm, if you're gonna use Z assist in a very specific way, this is not Psycho Red then. Anyway, auto combo. I'm gonna leave you stand. Silver Lightning Sword. Yeah, the problem with that is the character design is the problem. Doesn't matter if you play him well. Psycho Red still has way too many problems, and you really just need to learn that's a fact. You can't do anything about it either. And that is all. Ah, yes. His middle slot got blocked off, so his combo stopped. See that? And there goes the combo. There goes the Master Z usage. In a very specific way. Yep. Pledge! Yeah, the worst part about it is the way that looks.
KO. You lose.
Here's an idea, don't use that assist with that character and then you'll actually get your actual scene. So my pricing, it literally is bad. What do you want? You literally use Z twice to try and do that. Just so you know.
2, 1, go.
A reminder that Z assist does more than double. And Psycho... Actually, no, isn't it triple? Doesn't Z assist do triple the middle slot strike? Also, seriously, Mita, you weren't allowed to rejoin yet. Right, back away. Yeah, it's on me. Poke. Go ahead. You have 0. Nope. Fine. No easy time to actually start combos. But I am constantly getting my middle slot blocked off right now. Gonna make use of that. Yeah, you were very much still in the air. Poke. Ah, okay. No special recovery. Weird. That's weird.
KO. You win.
It's not even the assist. You do not care about the assist. We all know those are they are independent from the leader. They have their rules and what they follow. If the leader is going to be relying on some broken ones, that's not the leader. If you're unable to properly engage with the leader at all, the leader's just bad. Maybe I have to re-import it. Maybe I have to re-import things. Maybe that's why, Geki. But I don't think I have that emoji saved somewhere right now. I have to go back to the other... I have to get it out of the hard drive. So... And it's currently in a zip file as well. This is part of the old thing of stuff. You can probably fix that as well as... I think I can replace Adam with the hands one. Where he's reaching for you instead. Probably replace it with that instead. Reminder that Psycho Red is the Daishi's in the same situation as Daishi. Essentially. The same thing. Yeah, I almost had that one. Should have just done the true combo. Should have just done the true combo. Poking. Okay. Well, sorry. Let me just open the file and grab it at this point. Ah, shit, I opened the video one. I opened the video backup. Did that and desktop. There we go. Now it's calculating everything. Yeah. Main Psycho Red. Taishi has basically lost his damage and his other things all point blank. He has his combos. If he can land a hit. At least he can cancel his stuff. Also, yeah, use the emote because does it actually appear? Use all the membership emotes, Keki. All of them at once. Let's see what happens. There it is. Channel membership stuff. And drag this there. No, none of them appear. You sure you saw it was there or what? Or is Billy the only one that appears? Didn't you say that the thing appears there? Not even the official emoji is working. No, doesn't facepalm still exist? Does the facepalm not exist or what? So I never added it to you. If it's been over a minute and you've waited 5 matches, you guys may enter. Remember, that's the rule. Oh no, it is there. But apparently it did earlier. Like, it's very specific. Reminder people, if you've waited at least 5 matches and the code has been on for an entire minute, it means you're allowed to enter. Lesson, we do not need that sweep to launch. It makes 0 sense why it would. Try to match it to the animation at least. Seriously, the fact that Tanya says it's still wrong. Why are you hitting them over the head and they're going right into the air? Not even a proper bounce, it's just... Seriously. Yeah, that didn't work. Go away with you. If anything, it can't just be made a 3. Just make it a 3 instead if you're gonna keep it sweep. Lower the damage slightly, but at least let him work. Oh no. That just happened. That just happened. Oh, so the Psycho Storm thing really doesn't matter. If the first hit can't land, yeah. Listen, do you really say that's tame? No. A launch is a lot of energy. He's already stealing your energy. The 2-cost strike in the middle slot is perfectly fine. But the problem is now he's got too much of everything. He's got a 50-50, a 0, a 2-cost worth of a 2-cost instant, a 2-cost rushdown. That's basically instant with almost 0 damage. And his other strike is now has 2 50-50 strikes alongside a 4-cost breaker that launches. Reminder, you use the breaker at the end, you get even more energy. A little much. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of those stacks. You're gonna have to get rid of those stacks, Geki. Wait. Okay. How can I go about this? Really? Yeah, no. No. Sorry, Geki. That's a no. No. For now, I think we're done with that. We can change the rule back. Last match. Exactly. Maybe fixed rolling slash should actually dodge frame 0. Because it doesn't. It does dodge projectiles, but 30 frames into it. Yet we have something like Rangers, like who does a back step and then jumps. And she dodges frame 0.
3, 2, 1.
Anyway.
Go.
Combo. Poke. Let's see here. What if I just back away? We rush forwards. Okay, so no block there yet. I know I didn't have to. Yeah. Just do it instantly. Don't add a dash. Strike. Yep. Are we gonna drop? No. No drop. Okay. Really? Yeah, it becomes very weird whenever the opponent somehow doesn't get that type of effect. Get out of your corner. Red combo. Yeah, there's a weird situation. What if I just... No! You can't say that's the detection range. Rude. Now you're just rude. He should have been kicked.
KO. You lose.
Uh-huh. That was perfectly spaced, and yet he still detected sooner than he should have. Storm. There are many characters that can be dodged by just perfectly timing your dash. So that means nothing. That is not a Psycho Red issue. That is literally many characters.
2, 1. Go.
And not to mention, it doesn't even matter then, because something called Mastodon Sentry has the most broken backdash in the game, and he can show you exactly when certain attacks can be outright destroyed by just timing your backdash. It's all basically matchup dependent when a certain attack can be dodged. Especially with some range of backdashes, so we do not care about that situation. For example, I'm pretty sure Mastodon Sentry might actually be able to dodge Leo's Breaker, even when he's standing next to him. I have reason to believe that Leo's Breaker can be dodged by Mastodon Sentry.
KO. You lose.
Don't know if I can get a confirmation from Jonathan if he's done that plenty of times. Just timing his backdash against Leo's Breaker. As I said, Mastodon Sentry is the worst forward dash with the most broken backdash in the game. So we do not care about those types of situations. When it comes to the altitude thing, no! That one will depend. If it's hitting and failing if it's at a certain height, no. But if the opponent is still visually getting hit, let me correct it. We're not changing Psycho Grid's Breaker if it's already hitting at a specific height that the animation is still following. If it starts hitting the air higher than it's allowed to, no. Why? Because there's something called jumping. Next thing you know, that stupid kick, that slash is so stupid, it hits Trini out of the air even though she's very well jumping above it. You're gonna try and make jumping mechanics useless in this? In fact, it's unique to some specific characters? You're gonna make that useless by changing that hurt box, or hitbox. Remember that if you try and change the thing, it's going to ruin those. And then that mechanic basically doesn't exist. No more skill expression there because everything just hits the air and it hits you anyway. So that's why you're not allowed to just change the hitbox to hit higher. You're supposed to match the visual effects, so that, or rather the hit animation, so people actually have a proper way of counterplay. Yep, the same thing can be said of Mesogog and what Gold Zeo used to be. But the question is whether or not Gold Zeo's kick is cheating now. Reminder though, it actually is and isn't a hit. He's slashing at below. He's slashing below. So he doesn't slash through you, he's slicing your legs off. Gold Zeo's leg sweep. If that thing's hitting higher than they're even allowed to. You should be allowed to jump over attacks. If you're gonna add that type of mechanic, don't be stupid with your hitboxes. That's all it. We know it's not gonna hit that high, Thomas, but it's the fact that it needs to not hit way too high. Yep. No. Yeah, okay. Double speed. No. Really? Really? Okay. Double lightning sword. That's a block. So he's gonna try and slide towards me. Very likely. Yep. Poke. There's your block. And another one. And he slides anyway. Okay. Can someone tell me what his class was again? Someone able to tell me the class? Be aware I could have ended that with an assist. Chose not to. Could have ended that with an assist, but didn't want to. That was just Dom. That was just Dom assist. Yeah, not the point. As I said, I'm not ending with that. Listen, there was a better option, and it's just called the assist slot, because that thing still does 2,000 damage. I'm not gonna do it like that. And he pulled plenty of blocks already. Who knows if he even rotated? Yeah, I could have easily used it in the middle of a combo. I did not do so. It's a bit sad. But Zato's rotation will do that. The primary slot, if it stayed the breaker, I would have been able to just use the breaker again. Seriously, this thing... How does that thing keep getting capped? Makes 0 sense. Anyway. It's a 5-match rule, what's going on? It's last match for Turbo Tommy, we need to move on to the next character. I don't know why I keep playing the same one too much. Especially with that. No, it's not that. Geki, that doesn't matter. You can't use it anyway because I haven't properly fixed the... I haven't properly streamed enough on Twitch to get the thing back to get it to affiliate, so I can't even add my own custom emojis. So it doesn't work that way. Correct.
3, 2, 1.
Well, poke. Now. Okay. Ah, yes. The one character that would be having a problem against a certain Aeon assist. Or Vengex, technically. Well, you're in the air. And away. Turbo speed. I recovered the pixel bit of energy. Back away. Nope. That looked weird. Double lightning sword. And you can go to your corner. If you want, I'm gonna be dodging with a Diamond Wolf and Blast and that barely did a dash. No! I'm gonna do an auto combo. And then Dom! He dodged! It didn't work. He dodged the projectile. Because Zia Adam actually does dodge projectiles. Do I even have Antonio? I don't think I do. Yeah, we need another character. We need the main for that one. Yeah, the difference is that was just more like a safeguard. That was the difference. I was safeguarding the breaker. Wasn't in the middle of a combo. There's a difference there. Preston's also locked. Other, it's still the main. They do it is. We'll get rid of the blocks. No blocks allowed. We'll use the stance for that. We slap people. Yeah, the list is not... We're not getting through that list. We're not getting through that list. We're not getting through that. Certainly a name. You know how to use the character? Well, you got caught with that one. You're in the stance. Because I already have a block. Upper strikes. Probably, I think they could have pressed the button there. But it's going to burn them again. We're going to swap the stance. And now we have all what we need. Get out of my corner. Get stunned. And what if I just... One. No. Fine. No alpha allowed. Burn. Burn. Dino dagger. And you get lost. Encore, you'll likely have to summon him with that. That was very one-sided. I don't know if that was lag or that was just bad. He was forced into learning to wait 5 matches before he was going to get his code. It's already been said, Thomas. It's too late. Also a reminder, this picture right here of Lothar is fake. He doesn't have a move. You can't move his mouth. Always remember that.
3, 2, 1.
It's just a weird playstyle sometimes. That's basically what happens there. Nope. And also, I'm pretty sure I just got the bug. Right now, when I press the stance, it's not going to swap the stance. There you go. Now it's swapped. See? That happens as well. Stun. And we're going to stun you again. And I'm going to recover to 7. And we're going to burn you. And Hyper Strikes. You're on fire. You can stay in your corner. You can't rush forwards. No, it actually has a chance to happen in the middle of the fight as well. I've had it where I keep swapping stance, but all of a sudden now my stance doesn't change mid-match. At one point. I'm pretty sure I think that was actually on video. One of his battles had him have his slots break, and he, for some reason, didn't enter the stance, even though I've been entering the stance mid-match repeatedly. Like I might have accidentally broke something somehow.
3, 2,
No, I have to use the primary. Poke! Yeah, that's on me. That was quite a waste of energy. Quite a waste of energy. Right there. Poke. And up you go. Into the stance. There we poke. And launch. I have to do the combo better than that, but this is fine for now. Nope. And launch. Away with you. Now be careful. It's gonna hurt if you don't be careful. Nope. And no strike for me. Well, let's see if we can rush him down with a Dino Assault, because I have no strikes anyway. And now I just need to recover to 2, and down a route dagger. Yeet! That leg doesn't end it. Probably could have done a better combo because I spent 3 energy for that. Then again, it does stagger them, so that one might have worked better in my favor, just because it didn't rotate. So I got the strike twice. To tell you this much, Storm does still sometimes forget that Black Dragon has armor. Yeah, I know this is the intro music, Storm. I have played it plenty of times. I still technically need to finish. I mostly sometimes achievement hunt if I don't actually play the game often. So in this case, I still actually have to collect the last few achievements. And then I can totally say that that was finished, in that sense. You get stunned. That's a crit. I don't know, did you even see the animation I used this music for? That's the real question. Wait! Nope, okay. Too low. No. No, I'm saying when you fight me. You'll find it as the Psycho Monster video. Also, it's a short. Poke. Stance. Burn. Back to you. Poke. Up you go. What do you mean? Witch breaker. Okay. Well, that was a bad move. Nope. Yes, that's how armor works. Any armor. Any type of armor works that way. Well, you've been caught. You're on fire! Twice! Your last match was Zato. I think the stance, bro.
2, 1, go.
Yeah, it's broken. As you can clearly tell, the stance is broken. There we go. Yes, son. Now I have this. Yeah, okay. That didn't help. Poke. Slash. Nope. Ah, okay. What if I slap you? This will be fun. We slap them. See? A nice little slap. Okay, go into the corner. Stay in your corner. And we're back away. Not in range. Sheer strike. And another one. Giant dagger. He's not gonna knock out yet, but I got a regular block, so now I can burn him. It worked. Apparently enough on card, but then again, a reminder, I'm working with the stance. And plus, I think I dodged some of your attacks as well. I really keep forgetting to swap the character. Trini! Animals are doing fine. Shay has winter effect. Okay. Go to your corner. And back away. Relaunch. Away with you. Serious strikes will not work. Nope, it did. He didn't get. He got caught. Poke. And fine, interrupted. Jump. And what about this? Been caught. And hyper strikes. It's more like it depends on the situation how you want to run the thing. Ah, okay. Well, yeah, I should not have went to the corner. Should not have went to the corner. It really depends, Thomas, because in this case you can run the block for a theme battle and get rid of it at the same time. Which is more like when you run a block, you're gonna have a problem known as too many breakers. Nope. Gia is somehow locked. Guile. I'm pretty sure Guile is not on the ult. No, it is. It's Rio that's not on the ult. You tell me why the game has not even given a single Gia while I have 158 Ritas. Tell that to what the ult decided. It said no. 158 Rita shards. 8 Gia shards. Fairly 168 rather. Which is level 1 with 158 shards. Basically almost level 4, but we still have yet to acquire another set of shards. Probably. Pull her over. Up you go. And now we have to use the Sonic Blade. See? Ah yes, animation. Oh no. That almost worked. Nope. You've been caught. Way would not be able to do that. Get rid of this. How about another Sonic Blade? No. Okay. Really? Really? I can't run in anyway. Just has to be that rude. We got the energy back. Sad. Really?
3, 2,
Okay.
go.
Get rid of this. And again. There's a block. No visual effect. It's all just missing. Up we go. And pull a revolver. Reminder that that sweep barely hits high enough. So Guile still follows hitboxes. Again. Oh, okay, fine. Another car! Good launch here. And we can't really get anything, so we just have to rotate. And back away. What if I just... It worked! It did something! Okay. Rude. Rude! Fix this clap.
KO, you win.
He threw 2 cars at me, but it didn't work. Yes, it's just Sonic Boom. For some reason, though, it sometimes sounds like a typhoon.
2, 1, go.
Interrupted. I'll do it again. And now I'm just going to Sonic Blade. Nope, okay. Gotta do the Sonic Boom. Why did that look like it lit up? Okay. Nothing? Okay, Cyber Shadow. Get out of my corner. We got another block. No! And Bullet Revolver. Super. And again! Wow. Normally, whenever any Guile fights me, they always rotate to their strike again. Apparently, I'm not allowed to. I'm just never allowed to. It's always gonna do that for everyone else, but apparently never me. It's always Sonic Boom, apparently. Theme battle is supposed to have begun in 20 minutes. Nope, 10 minutes. Last match for Guile. I really need to move on to the next characters. Watch as he gets it. Anyway, the problem is I don't have breakers, so I can't actually exploit his weakness because he has no... Actually, no, he doesn't have that. Scratch that. He doesn't have the weakness, he just has no breakers, so I just have to see his cards and I can instantly react. Any movement is just an instant block, or anything along those lines. But it's just gonna zone right now. He dazed me! He decided to daze me. Which made 0 sense as my block was done first and I already hit him. Game, you're high. And then I get blocked. I get blocked off. Instead of doing things normally, the game blocks me off. Uh-huh. That was unsatisfying. And stupid. So, primary slot got blocked off. And I hit him first, but he hit with the block right after, and it dazed me, so I couldn't even press my own block in retaliation. Yeah, Weird way of doing things, game. Last I checked, you're supposed to interrupt it before they hit, but apparently that's what it's gonna do. Bad move. Wouldn't even say that, and you ran into the head. You ran into the head that stays there. You try to interrupt something. It didn't work. No. Okay. I'm gonna teleport away. That worked. Kind of. But I'm basically doing nothing here. Yeah. Peek out. I'm gonna cover, but I can't. That's the strike. Throw this. Yeah. What else? What else is there? It's always gonna do that. There's no point in pressing a strike there. If I press too slow, that was gonna be a block. It was gonna just be blocked. Primary slot did not give me the other one again. 3 in a row. Something annoys the slot again. Yep. Also, Storm, if you really need to know, in that case, that all time, I was able to actually use Snide. Because the health was different back then as well. And no other character was actually... Actually, no, not to mention Snide actually had range and threat of hitting you from across the map. Now he doesn't. I was able to actually use Snide then. With a lot of damage as well. That was stupid. Hurry up with the buffs anyway. And get to the characters that can't actually even do anything.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yep, okay. Yeah, I don't have my middle spawn. I need to get rid of this block. It'd be great if I could get rid of it. Solar Racer. Explode once. How about again? That's a block. Okay, how about the necromancy? You've been caught. V1, I am doing false combos here. You have to be very careful. A lot of false combos are here. Yes, I do have this much energy just because of the false combos. They're not, none of them are combos. They're just very purposefully recovering energy in the middle of them. Nope. Wrong nature. It's time to throw a spirit bomb at you. And yeet! Oh no, Kira's there. I'm just gonna launch the main for now. Let me put the team together. We really haven't landed an explosion today, nor have I fixed the thing, so it might actually, the sound might actually just disappear. No, okay, fine. He slapped down. He slapped the character down. Okay, that's enough. I know that primary slot is 3 costs, but still. Still. And that didn't even block instantly. Out of my corner. Not a combo. Great. Great. Yes. Great. Stay in your corner. There we go. Slap down. It wasn't a block combo, so we're perfectly fine there. Solar Racer again. And that's certainly a way of doing this game. Sorry, but I'm going to have to knock you out just because you've been slapping and kicking me repeatedly this entire match. I think it's about time to stop you. There we see one of Death Ranger's annoyances. You're an attacker. Okay, next character, so we can actually get rid of it. This is gonna suck. Okay, I need another strike. Zato for the main. Xander, Goldar, and TJ. Yep. Not the point, Geki. We're doing auto-ons for now.
3, 2,
Be aware, we can't add anything to the list right now anyway. Don't bother. Okay, Dressing Strike. Energy Orb. The fact that you still can't recover enough energy there. It'd be nice to be able to do a combo like that. Okay, we got one. I mean, you have no energy, so Dressing Strike. Bracket beatdown. And I'm gonna have to poke them. This will give me my super. Almost. Now I have it. That was very weirdly spaced. B1, Giovanni. B1. 1. And go into the air again. And explosive visual. Is the main is currently setting up the other teams. And I'd rather do that right now because the theme battle needs to begin and I'm on a time limit anyway. Okay. Kira. Stop hiding. Seriously, where are you? There we go. And Skull. How do we set these teams up? They both need a block.
3, 2,
Okay, this is gonna suck. Well, good backdash. You're still getting blocked though. Gonna get a strike. There it is. This might have been perfectly badly spaced. Almost. Almost, but you can't add a dash there. You can't add a dash there, sorry to say. And nope, okay. Oh, this works. Here's your. There you go. Yeah, we'll just ignore that. I delayed it so badly to the point that you better be fun. Nope, you're not safe. You are not safe. That's gonna hurt. Is your. Always remember to backdash. Always backdash. Mighty Morphin vs Dino Thunder. They can use their own assists. You're only allowed to use, there is a second option for Skull to knock out, but you're required to own the bulk skin. Otherwise, you're gonna use his own assist, and by that point, you would have to use another block assist anyway.
2, 1, go.
That's bad. That's on me. You want to carry? Let's see here. If I just try and go for a poke, what'll happen? He lagged out. Nope, he didn't. Well, I got no damage there. Feels like he's lagging though. The movements look very sluggish. We always remember the rules though. You better try and do this right. Otherwise you explode. And game saved them. The game saved them. Dressing Strike. And we're just gonna have to back away. We're gonna space you and hit you first. Bracket beatdown. There we go. Alright, we'll just do Mighty Morphin. So at this point, the Mighty Morphin block will be fine for Skull. If they're in it. Ranger Slayer exists at the same time. I don't know about it. Kira has her own block, and then she can run anything from Dino Thunder. Connor, Trent. Technically, Trent would make him fit as Ranger Slayer does become good again. Dino Thunder vs Mighty Morphin. That's all it is.
3, 2,
yeah, that's the thought. Dressing Strike. Nope, Wind Strike. There you go, you were able to block it. Bit of a bad choice there. Get rid of this. That's on you. Recover 1, Dressing Strike, and Energy Orb. Nah, they're basically both even, but Blake actually has an easier time fighting in his normal state. Downtown and Tommy's super is basically one of the most dangerous things in the game. One of the. Just because he also gets 3 EP back upon activation. But that's basically he's stuck with his horrible normal state. That's the problem. He gets stuck with that. Dressing strike! Nope. Now you only get 10 seconds of power. Compared to... Yeah, no, actually there's an example. That card. That may be a 4 cost. But his regular state sucks to the point that his super state really needs either even more of a buff, or they fix his normal state. Because really, his normal state does not warrant how little of an impact that 10 seconds is going to have in an actual fight. Let's see. I think I'm going to use... Okay, we can't allow... Okay. That's a concern. Dinosaur and Tommy can't exist at the same time. And I'd rather not use that one. What's a better one to see about using? Kira doesn't need to rush down. No, think she does anyway. Double energy orb. A reminder, this is a 5 cost for 3,800. Lothar does 4,100 for a 4 cost. Both of them are legendaries. The one is a super attack, the other is a super mode. That was supposed to super. Did it? Why didn't it work? Explode! Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to be losing my super here, probably. You can't escape! More like the ranges are captured during Skull's capture. Skull's existence. Now doing one more. I feel like I should just use... Trent's a good idea. I'd rather use a strike. I feel like Connor's the only option here. Main team. Right. I'm using Register with Skull Assist. If you want, you're allowed to knock out with Bulk Assist. Only if you have the Jack with Bulk Skin equipped. That's the only time you're allowed to, so remember that. You're not allowed to knock out with a block, but Kira is going to be able to. Be careful of that. A skin required knockout, but you obviously still have access to Skull Assist, the one that position shifts. Remember, you can use that to dodge things. Yeah, okay. Wait. And we bounce. Okay. Yeah, and you still can't make use of something like that. Still can't dash forwards. If only he rushed forwards during it, it'd be pretty useful. Wow. Look how little energy I've been able to use. Anyway, back away. Okay. Wow. Okay. Where's the other strike game? Are you being dumb? Also, I think my primary was blocked off again. That was boring. I think everything should be ready there. Arena should be fine. Yeah. Main is ready. We'll do the last one here because, like I said, that was just boring. That did not look like an entertaining match. Barely moved against Jonathan and Tommy. Did not get rid of the primary block. Instead, I pressed the middle slot for no reason at all. Why do I not have enough? Oh wait, no, it's fine. Level 8.
I have gathered so much.
Yeah, I can't request anything. I can, but at the same time I can't. Might as well just throw Zane there. And just allow people to donate in the first place. Really?
2, 1.
Okay. Dressing strike! No. Again! Well, at least I was able to use the card. That's all that matters. Blue fireball. Energy orb. There we go. Got a bit of damage already and a decent chunk of the super. Okay. Right into this. And dressing strike. Rocket beatdown. If only I had one more energy, I would have been able to do something there. Well, two energy orb. You won. Yes, okay. Nah. This kit worked better. Why does he still not sweep on his other attack? Why does Axe Flurry not sweep, huh? Why is it not sweep at the end of it? Katie's in a weird situation. She can get caught by nothing but strikes, and then she can't start a combo unless you have an assist. So, yeah. It's weird. Angel Grove, best out of 3. We have a Skull with Kira assist and any Dino Thunder, alongside Skull with Mighty Morphin teams, and make sure to use his own assist. I'll be using Skull first. Kira teams. Join. The team battle begins. Best out of 3, Angel Grove. Kira teams. Join. Here we go. Yeah, Katie's a weird one. She is and isn't really broken since she can't really start combos so easily, and then if she has a super, if properly used, she basically has no range. That's all her situation is. She just doesn't have range, and then if she gets caught by 2 strikes, she can't even start a combo. Does no one have the team set up? Nah. Merrick has his breakers. How are you even listening? Kira teams, join. The theme battle has begun. Do I have to say that now? Theme battle has started. Kira teams join. When Angel Grove best out of 3. Skull versus Kira. So who's even supposed to be Hollow Trainer? Seriously. Unless I checked, I remember kicking the name. Completely forgot who they were. Kicked them for ignoring stream rules. Trent. Trent it is! Yeah. I'll tell them to get the team set up correctly. Here we go.
3, 2,
Yep.
1, go!
Grab cycle. Sweep. With a fight dirty. And kick you into the corner. Now be warned. It's still a double team. We're both basically stacks, but the worst part about it is the fact that Skull doesn't lose stacks. Okay, that somehow didn't block. Okay, finger guns. Block, yep. Rush rendezvous. Hit him in the head. And headbutt! That hurt. And no. Okay, we don't need to do anything there. We sweep, they get full stacks. You have to use the scream, otherwise they don't. They technically lose damage with the other one. That's a block. Perfectly timed one, in fact, technically. Fight dirty! One faster! Right, just stun them. Fight dirty! No, okay. Out of strikes. The scream was too slow for the shin kick. Sadly, Skull still lost. I ran out of strikes. No, that is not a projectile. The scream is an actual hitbox. And she's the reminder that Kira has two 50-50s. Skull just has range. How did you Okay, now you're just being dumb. That's the second time. You registered a second dash game. You had to have changed something, because that was just wrong. Rash rifle strikes. Fight dirty. And land. I will leave you sweat. Now we're back away. Nope. Poke. Interrupt. We have full stacks again, but the difference is we still can't do anything there. Finger guns. No. Ah, you dashed. Okay. Why are you not registering as something you're supposed to, game? Alright, back away. That's a block. Interrupt. And of course. It always does that against Kira. I queued up the block there. But that once felt like there was a bit of influence from something. At the same time, not. Well, Skull teams join, I guess. We'll see. Yeah, 6 and 5 are the same. It's the same for every stack character except the 10 stacks. Merrick and... basically, that's no difference. 5 stacks and 6 is the exact same. Was there though, Thomas? But like I said, something fell off with the movement. And reminder, I don't get to see their cards. Do not bother saying that type of thing. What you're seeing is not what's being seen. Ah yes, buff bulk. Well, go get it stunned. Nope, terror dive, and that's another block for me. Yeah, screamed at. And back away. Hammer. No. Terror scream. Terror dive. Yeah, this is... Are you sure it wasn't just bad plays on another spot? When Kira's actually the one with the advantage here? Possibly. Turn assault. And terror scream. Yeah, that's that then again. Okay. That's a block. Nope. Get out of my corner. And we're just gonna have to dodge something. We jump! Yeah, there it goes. Combo to what strikes? There wasn't any energy. Need to recover. No. Obviously not. It's just an option, because if you go strike into bulk, it means they teamed up again. Yeah, that Slayer Queen is good, so that's the one time it's still fine. Yeah, I think there might be a bit of a movement issue, Thomas. I don't think that what we just saw there is exactly what gives Kira a bit of an advantage over Skull. And less damage. Terror dive. No? Okay. That's a block. Oh, there's Scream. Flag. Stop being weird. And back away. I need my... there. There's some damage. And up we go. Strike. Well, Terror dive. We know for a fact they're not allowed to use Ranger Slayer. Just remember that. So they have to have a regular block at this point. It's the only way they can hit. Well, we're gonna launch them. And Thundermax combo. My alto is too low. There's the advantage I was referring to Kira as well. This is why we also try to avoid giving them their own assists. I probably should have mentioned we can probably use Ethan instead, and that would force them both in the same situation, but then we can't use Bulk is a half advantage. Let me just see here. Do I even have Ethan assist? Yeah. Well, it was an option, but with the whole the rule that you can't finish off with the leader if the leader isn't the assist, that screwed him over. I'm quite certain he must have had a Ranger Slayer, but he used his block in my face. Oh no! Not gonna go so great. I can quickly check the Discord friendly chats in case Korag wants to mention some things. Well, here we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Interrupted again. But yeah, you saw how I was able to just simply dodge back during Kira's, after Kira's Pterodactyl. That's where so little recovery and able to dodge things comes in. And then interrupt you with Thundermax, just because. Nah, bad usage. You should have launched them after one. I'm just gonna mention that. Just gonna mention that. Nope. You only want to use a full stacks Kira there. This is the only time Kira wants to use the stacks. Don't use Pterodactyl with it. Interrupted. No, nothing. Well, that's a bit concerning that Thomas isn't doing anything else. Anyway, Roach Rendezvous is in kill range now. Okay, but that goes for both sides. Geki, what are you doing? Geki? You barely move. You barely moved. Well, here we go again. You might as well have just jumped. Seriously? The fact that you also start with a backdash. Come on. Jurassic Strike doesn't even reach. Didn't cancel. Gets interrupted. Gets kicked to the corner. Hit by another strike. Gets sent flying once more. And Geki's just standing there. Uh-huh. Get out. Get out of the match. Just get out of the match. Yep. No, so that thing doesn't even do 2,000 damage.
Perfect. You win.
Refresh it completely, because that first match was standing still. Like stupid. Hello, Ahmed. Really? Really, the opponents were Giovanni and who? Korag. Giovanni and Korag were the opponents. So they're just not allowed to fight right now. Mita! Seriously. Are you paying attention? Mita versus Onkar, Geki versus Thomas, or are we swapping that? Nah, Thomas, we got what we needed. We don't worry. We had to see if we had another Kira. If anything, rather, we can ignore you. You and Geki can wait a bit and let Mita and Onkar fight. See what happens. Anyway, Mita versus Onkar, please. We'll let Geki and Thomas fight later because we've had way too many times where Thomas's matches don't count. Because he doesn't agree with the rotation. So we're not gonna let you two fight right now. There. This will be easier. Yeah, not really, Thomas. It may seem like that in the theme battle, but it didn't seem that way in the actual fights. That's all I'm gonna say. That didn't even hit yet, game. Well, poke. And we That's a lot of strike spam. We stun. Hammered. Do you even pay attention to things? And bad usage. We sweep. And well, that's a Roach Rendezvous. Standing to the corner. It's always a reverse launch though. No finger guns. We go to the Jurassic Strike. And Terror Scream. Decent bit of damage. Screams away. Yes, and hammered. What about it? You really want, if you want to do something like that, you can go ahead and upload things like that. Alright, that's one win, Kira. She is on match point. On best of 3 points. You can't decrease skull stacks. They basically gave him the inability to lose them.
3, 2,
So yeah. Poke. Bye, dirty. Nope, it's interrupted, blocks, and stuns. Also a nicely delayed one as well, but I don't know if Mita is just lagging, that's why. Ramshackle Strikes doesn't work, and Jurassic Strike goes through. With that, Kira now just lost her stacks. That's a crit. Headbutt. And pump dance. And we sweep. Technically, you can just not continue after the second hit, just to give you a bit of an advantage on recovering, but I didn't even make use of that. Interrupted. Sweep. That's a 4 stack though. And punched.
KO. You win.
That didn't work. Sasha is weird. She never even spoke. One to one. If Mita can get the win here, we can go ahead and see about the next set. Blocks, but the other one just didn't have a strike at that moment. Ramshackle strikes the thing. Or rather, wasn't even that. Just punk dance. Jurassic Strike for another combo, and we back away. That's a poke. That's a block. That's a whiff. And no punk dance. Sweet. And another punk dance. Interrupts. This is going to be a decent bit of a hurting combo. Lands. Another punk dance. And sweet. There it goes. Jurassic Strike once. Doesn't result in anything. Just a simple poke. Scream. And we dive. Very close. The damage has been caught up. Be warned. You go either way. Gets blocked. Screams. And screams again. One random block just sends Skull flying into the corner. Yep. It was one mistake and then 2 breakers in a row. He didn't use the assist. You can fight, go ahead. Try to change the outcome. Listen, the blocks at that point are fine. But the balanced one is still technically supposed to be every 4 to 5 cards. Or 3 to 5. You're not even setting the team up correctly. Get out of here while we're busy with the theme battle. You should have been here earlier. Please, do not enter this code. Jackie versus Biozone only. Let's say the invincible player. Get your team set up right. If you want to be part of the team battle, do not enter the code like that if we're busy with the thing, though. Here we go.
3, 2,
If Skull loses again, well, it's over. So block him and Pterodactyl. 2 stacks to Skull, 0 to Kira. But that is a block gone from Skull. Down Gym Power. Jackie, can you seriously just actually engage and stop standing all the way on the opposite side of the map? You're never going to try and space them? Or what? Yeah. Well, folks, and up you go. Not even trying to space. Just dodged and whack away. Yep, that is sad. Interrupted. And nope.
KO. You win.
Just had no blocks. He's supposed to be an attacker anyway. But then again, he just didn't press the assist lock. Why are you playing? Here we go. Can you change the outcome at least? Or is Kira gonna win again?
1, go.
Poke, sweep, and Thundermax combo. There's no reason to do a Terra dive here. But it's still better than just not doing anything. Okay, get continued. Get stunned. And nothing. Nope, interrupted. Just jump already. Jurassic Strike, interrupt, and sweep. And no, finger gun. Got a decent bit there. And headbutt. Only needs a bit of damage. Damage him. Reminder. There is no, and those are a bunch of crits. You can't use Ranger Slayer here. You have to interrupt it perfectly. There it goes. The game tried to let Kira win there. 2 crits in a row? Really? Wow. What I'm gonna say is that Geki seriously needs to stop running to the corner. He needs to actually space his opponent and block them from reaching him. Interrupt with Thundermax. Goes for another Thundermax. And Jurassic Strike. Sweep again. Yeah, that's a decent chunk of damage. And Ranger Slayer. Losing the stacks here. We sweep with a fight dirty into a punk dance. Probably could have seen about recovering energy a different way and just color canceling. Geki. Stop visibly making it look like you're throwing on purpose. Anyway, just strike and Terra dive to launch. No? That looked like a chance to just launch them so you can recover. Nope, cancelled. There was better use there, I guess. And scream. Someone's got a headache.
KO. You win.
Someone got a headache. No body slam this time. Yeah. This one is a proper side. Anyway, I think that's everything for today. Don't know if Ribbit is still here. Thank you for the donations and the membership gifting, but it's just annoying that this thing does not want to send the alerts when it's supposed to. As per usual, super thanks are not supported by Stream Ads for some reason. And yeah, once again, thank you for the donations, and I guess that's all for today. Kira decided to completely destroy Skull. No body slam this time. What is this thing? Yeah, that's the body slam. That essentially didn't happen. Someone instead got deafened. Or had gone deaf. Someone's ears got blasted out. Yeah. Anyway, that's all for today. I have to go eat supper, and it's essentially 7 PM. Anyway, thanks to all those that represent the characters. As you can tell, it did not go great. It did not go great for Kira. For Skull. As you can tell, I did specifically list Bulk and Skull there. That's why it was an option to use that skin, but apparently it didn't mean much. Right, I'll see you next video stream or whatever you join. Goodbye.